Hello friends, happy Monday. Actually, happy Friday, probably when you guys are seeing this. Today I'm just gonna do a ship with me video. I got, I think, about 50 something sales going out. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right in and I'll tell you about each item as we go. Starting off with the real banger. Sold this Hollister, I don't know if it's like a swim top or maybe, I don't know, crop top. Anyways, I wish I never picked this up because it sold on eBay for $275 plus shipping. So I am probably just breaking even. I did get it from the bins several years ago. I think I thought that Plato's might accept it, but they didn't. So I did list it and I guess I'm glad it sold. I think most of the stuff on this first table is going to be in mailers, which I do have right here. I have some bigger ones down here. This one's definitely going to go in a mailer. So yeah. I got so many new prints. All right. All right, next up, pair of Skechers. These are like a wedge sandal. I bought these quite a while ago for $5 at a normal thrift store. They sold on eBay for $13.89 plus shipping, so not a huge profit. Glad to move them. Skechers, I used to be able to get like around 25 to 30 for most pairs. Now it's probably usually around 20. These ones a little bit less. I think I just recently dropped price since they weren't selling. I still love to pick them up at the bins. I would definitely consider them bread and butter for me. Yeah, so I am still doing shoes in mailers for the most part. I did ask that like on our video last week. I think one person said maybe they had a mad customer about it, and I probably have. Like I said, I got a neutral feedback recently for putting them in like a padded flat rate, but to me, just one angry or upset person over hundreds of sales, I'm okay with that. So I'm gonna continue to do it unless it becomes like a frequent problem. All right, next up are these BOC sandals. I did get these from the bins. They sold on eBay for $17.37 plus shipping. Let's do a mailer. Next up, this is the brand Hawker Rye. I've never really heard of it. I believe it had a Stitch Fix tag on it when I got it. I did take that off to list it. They've taken a while to sell. I got these from the bins. They sold on eBay for $12.43 plus shipping though. The buy sell trade stores did not take those, so I did list them. Got another pair of Skechers. We try these ones, just a black slip-on shoe from the bins. These ones sold really fast, I want to say in like a day or two, for $18.45 plus shipping. Let's see if they'll fit in a mailer. We have a viewer sale and it's a bundle actually going out to Lisa. So thank you so much, Lisa. She grabbed these Brooks shoes, some Clarks sandals, and then this is a pair of like just bike shorts. They were not branded or anything. So the bike shorts I got from the bins. I wrote down my cost of goods for the 3 items was $19. So I think like the shoes were probably around $8 a pair, $8, $9 each. So $19 for the 3 items. Lisa paid $57.30 plus shipping. So thank you so much, Lisa. I did kind of think about what I was putting stuff in today. So I did grab a box for Lisa's bundle. Alright, this was a 4-pound label. We're at 3 pounds, 10 ounces, so perfect. Alright, thank you again, Lisa. Hope you love those items. Alright, next up, little cactus, which is this little Santa Shordall John. I feel like people call these a lot of different things, but I like picking them up. I did think this would sell before Christmas and for quite a bit more than it did, but I'm glad to move it. It sold on Mercari. Someone offered $8. I just accepted, especially since Christmas is over now and not happening again for, 8 more months. So, yeah, I'll take it. This is from the bins. Normally I can get 15 to 20 pretty easily. I don't know why this one didn't sell. It was a pretty small size, I think 3 to 6 months, so that could make sense since it's Christmassy and like a small size that, I don't know, you kind of have to prepare, like the babies only wear that size for a small time, so obviously this person that's buying this is probably expecting a baby sometime in the fall. Yeah, so glad to move that. I would still pick it up again, probably in a bigger size though. All right, next up, pair of play sandals. You guys, if you've been watching our channel for any amount of time, I bought, I don't even know how many of these, probably like 50 pairs a few summers ago on clearance for $10 a pair, and they've slowly been selling off. I think I'm down to like 1 more in this size 9 and maybe like 3 boxes in a toddler size 8. So anyways, somebody finally offered 15 on Mercari this weekend. So again, I paid 10. I did accept 15. There is no fees on Mercari, so I at least am making about $5 profit. And yeah, I'm just glad to move them. These are gonna go in a mailer. This person, well, it was Mercari, so I had a 1-pound shipping label. That's why I am putting it in the box. The box with the shoes is only about 12 ounces, so we are good there. All right, got another viewer sale going out to Debbie. Thank you so much, Debbie. She grabbed this, like a sweater shirt. The brand is One Park Avenue. I've never heard of it, but it was at the bins and knew it tagged, so I grabbed it. Also, these Hey Dude shoes from the bins, and this is Craft and Borrow, which I believe is Kohl's. I just thought this was a super cute, like snowman embroidered wool blend sweater. So also from the bins, Debbie purchased for $46.04. So thank you so much, Debbie. I hope you're okay with a mailer because I didn't want to pay for an extra pound to ship it in a box. So I just did a 3-pound label, and I can get it in this mailer under 3 pounds. this Charlie Brown. It's like a stamp, like a rubber stamp from the bins. $10.41 plus shipping, not too bad. I sold a Where the Wild Things one just like this recently for I think like $14. So there's a ton of stamps in the bins. I don't pick up most of them. I only picked up this one in the Where the Wild Things Are because they were character related, and I figured they weigh hardly anything. To make $10, I think that's great. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna put them in the super tiny mailer. All right, pair of Allbirds. These are men's. These are the Tree Skipper, I believe. I did pay $10.99 for these at a Goodwill. They sold for $26.06 plus shipping, so probably just about doubling my money there. Next up, so this Garmin. It's just like a watch band, but I found it at the bins. I don't think I listed it as new, but it did seem to be new. Like it's still in its little plastic thing, and it did have the instructions, although I think I threw those away and I didn't picture them or anything, but I'm pretty sure I listed it as pre-owned. So anyways, this sold in just a few days for $13.01 plus shipping, so not too bad. It weighs only like an ounce. Yeah. So super cheap at the bins. I'm gonna do this little mailer for it as well. I was gonna bubble wrap it, but I didn't bring any bubble in here, so let me... All right, just a little extra cushion. Next up, more Reese's. This is a new tag kimono. The buy sell trade stores did not accept it, so I was able to sell it on eBay for $17.36 plus shipping. Not too bad. Next up, pair of Levi's 501 jeans from the bins. These are vintage, but barely. I believe they were dated 2004 on them. These sold pretty quick on eBay for $21.71 plus ship, so pretty easy thing to list. I see a ton of Levi's at the bins, but I don't pick up most of them. I still like the 501s. If you're like okay with like a $20 sale, they don't go for anything crazy, but people seem to still like them. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell you exactly what I grab, but sometimes it's just based on condition or style. It's not anything where I'll like always grab it. Like even the 501s, I don't always grab them. So. Next up, I don't know how you say this brand. Okabashi maybe. Just some little, almost like a jelly slip-on shoe. got these from the bins. They finally sold. They took probably forever, like literally probably a couple years. I can't remember where they sold. I think it was eBay. $10 plus shipping, so not amazing. Probably would not pick up again. I think I remember saying when I bought these, I just wanted to try them out because I see them at the thrifts a lot, but yeah, glad I've never bought them otherwise besides this one time at the bin, so. Okay, next up, Sanook. Some just yoga mat flip-flops. Got from the bin, sold for $11.06 plus shipping. Next up, some Skechers. These are the Clio, like a knit flat. These have been listed a while. I got them at a regular thrift store for $6.99. They finally sold for $18.45 plus ship on eBay, so probably not quite $10 profit. Glad to move them. Next up, got a pair of Ariat, like a women's slip-on shoe. From the bins, this one sold for $30.41 plus shipping. I'm gonna do a mailer. Okay, next up, men's Arc'teryx t-shirt. One of my favorite brands to sell. It sells great. This shirt is in horrible condition. It's super faded. I think it has like some staining and maybe even a couple holes on it, but it still sold in less than a month for $16.28 plus shipping, and I got it at the bins, and it's not like a super cool logo or anything. It doesn't even have the little lizard thing on it, so very happy with that. Yeah. Love, love, love Arc'teryx. All right, next up is this Lego police car. So yeah, it's just the car. It does have the policeman inside, and it did have the manual. I found this at the bins. I thought I was just gonna list the minifig, but I decided since it seemed like all the pieces were here, I just listed it as a whole. I was able to get $8.10 plus shipping, so not amazing, but it sold in like a day or two. So Lego is just probably one of the easiest things to sell. Yeah, and this one I was gonna put in a little box. Okay, so this one I did a 12-ounce label for. I've already made sure it works, but just so you guys can know, like, well, Ground Advantage you can do over a pound now, but like when it used to be first class and you could only do first class up to a pound, I still shipped a ton of things in little boxes, like if it was small but needed a box. So yeah, if you didn't know, you can do a little box even if it's under a pound. So like this, even with the box and the paper, is only 8.8 ounces. So yeah. All right, Next up, Miss Moose. These are some sandals. I did pay $12.99 for these. I've sold these many times for like 40 plus, this brand, but for whatever reason, it's probably the color. These were just getting so many questions, like what color are these? And like, I don't like to say what color I think things are because my opinion is probably different than what the actual color name is or whatnot. So I just kept saying, I think they're purple in my opinion, but yeah. Every time I answered the question, just nobody bought them. So when I got a $23 offer this weekend on Mercari, I just went ahead and accepted because I am ready to move them along. So 23, but no fees. So I get to keep the $23 minus my 13. So about a $10 profit. I'm happy with that. These, I'm gonna ship out in this recycled Amazon box. Next up is Jessica Simpson, which is this knit sweater vest. I got this from the bins mostly because I thought Plato's would take it just based on like, I thought little sweater vests were like trendy, but they did not accept them. So I listed it myself. I sold it for $9.53 plus shipping on eBay. So not horrible. It wasn't something I would have picked up if I didn't think that Plato's would take it. So I'm happy, still making probably $5 or $6 profit. All right, next up is this American Girl doll. I did get her at the bins. I believe she was Julie Albright. After I Google lensed. So yeah, she is pretty in rough shape. Like, I don't know if the camera would pick it up, but her legs have like marker marks all over them. Her toenails are painted. Yeah, her skin is just pretty messed up. And yeah, anyways, I still listed her, I think around 40 bucks. And with our sale running, she sold for $34.76 plus ship. So not too bad. That's about what most of these American Girl dolls that I found at the bins are selling for, without clothes and with like messed up things about them. All right. So she's gonna go in this box. Okay, we have a 3-pound label. This is 2 6.7s. Perfect. Okay. Next up, well, let's do this one last. Well, last of this little half because that's the best sale. So then we sold these eBay hats. actually got these for free from going to like an eBay meetup probably last month. And yeah, they just always have a little goodie bag. So these are both free to me. Me and Chris each got one. I listed them on eBay, not as a bundle, but like I listed quantity of 2, and this buyer just bought both of them. So they bought them for a total of $26.02 plus shipping. So it's all profit minus the eBay fee. So yeah. Pro tip, I guess, if you get some merch or whatever you don't want, list it on eBay. But yeah, if you guys ever have like eBay meetups in your town, I would go to them. They're really fun. It's just fun to talk to other people that do the same thing as you. Shout out Liz. She is my friend locally here in Colorado Springs, but she goes by Colorado Reworn on like Instagram. So she was the one that put this on and does most of the eBay meetups here in town. So thank you so much, Liz, for organizing all of that. We definitely appreciate it. Okay. All right, last up for this first part, I do have the priority mail stuff in this bag. I'll put up in a sec, but this is the Tundra sweater that Chris found at the bins when we did our little thrift with me a couple weeks ago. Anyways, yeah, this sold pretty quickly. I was hoping that it would sell around 100, and it did. It sold for $95.66 plus shipping, so that's awesome. Shout out, Chris. Good job finding that. Yeah, very, very happy with that. I don't think I did a video this day, but the Columbia vest that he found that day also sold for like 34 something. So I think I said the 3 items he brought me would probably sell for between 150 to 200. And I think we're already at like 130. So once those Athleta pants sell, it probably will be, I'm sure those will sell for a minimum of 30. So yeah, good job, Chris. I guess you're gonna have to come with me more often. Okay. I think we're done with mailers for now. So perfect time for me to tell you we do have a code for Shipping Hip in the description. It's just Ginger15. They have these ones I just finally got in the mail. I got butterflies, ice cream chucks, more flowers. I got some larger mailers in different prints. I got some more rolls of the tape because it's my favorite. So yeah, my code gets you 15% off of anything on their website. They also have thank you stickers, thank you cards. They have washi tape. I think they have other stuff too. So yeah, they also ship everything for free. So when you get, like when you see the price, it's not going to be plus shipping when you get to checkout, which is one of my favorite things about them. Their mailers are great quality. So yeah, we do get a kickback when you use our code. So I always appreciate that. And yeah, let's jump into the priority mail items. All right. First up, pair of Volcom pants. This is just a pair of black like sweatpants. I believe I bought these to take to Play-Doh and Uptown Cheapskate, but I don't remember if I took them or not. If I did, they did not accept them, obviously. Some stuff I just was like, I just haven't had enough stuff to take to them in a while, and I was just like, I'm just going to start listing this stuff. So either way, I did list this, and they sold pretty quick on Posh for $19, which I believe was my full list price. So that was awesome. I'm going to do a Tyvek mailer. since I'm only using a few Tyveks, I believe, today, I'm going to just go ahead and tape them off with these that I usually do. Okay, next up is Boutique by Corky's. These are just like a nice wedge sandal. If you've been watching our channel for even a few months, I've sold a couple of these recently for in the $30 to $40 range. I thought these would as well, so I did pay $10 for them at a Goodwill, but when I got them home, like our Goodwills, you can do returns for like store credit, but I had already taken off the sticker and wiped the numbers off the bottom, and I realized that like part of the sides were just like, they're attached by these like studs, so it's fine, but like it was kind of peeling apart from the cork. So I noted that, and then for that reason I sent low offers on them down to $19 with discount shipping on Posh. So not making a whole lot, but definitely not losing any money, which is great, and they sold fast. But in general, that brand, I think it does pretty well. It usually sells pretty quick for around $30 to $35. All right, I'm gonna do a medium flat rate. Next up, Saludos. These are from the bins. Nice pair of like embroidered floral mules. These have been listed a while, so when someone offered 12 this morning, I just went ahead and accepted because why not? From the bins. So Posh does take $2.95, but I then, paid average cost of goods $2, still making $7 or $8, which I'm perfectly happy with, especially if it's been listed over like 60 days. Okay, we're gonna do a padded flat rate. Okay, next up, Olakai flip-flops. So this pair I found at a local thrift for $3 recently. They sold on Posh for $39 with discount shipping, I want to say in just about a week or so not too bad. I did sell another pair of Olakai, which you'll see shortly, but I feel like the flip-flops still perform really well. All of the other types of shoes don't. Not like all of them don't, but like most of them have not been, at least for me. So I would just check sell-through and comps before you're gonna, at least like at the bins, I would still pick up pretty much any Olakai, but if you're gonna be paying $10+ per pair, which in the past I would have, I would check those things first. Here is the other pair of Olakai, actually. These ones are from the bins, and they're missing their insoles, so I didn't expect these to sell for a whole bunch anyways. But they did sell on, not Posh, these ones sold on eBay. Yeah, for $21.71 plus shipping. I feel like I already grabbed all the boxes I thought I was going to need. And I think I thought I was going to put these in a padded flat rate because I thought they sold on Posh, but they didn't. So I did a 2-pound label, so I cannot put them in a padded flat rate. So I'm going to put these to the side for just a sec and then use the rest of the boxes, and then I'll go grab a box if I need to. So, yeah. All right, next up, some Nike. These I bought at Plato's Closet like a super long time ago, I believe. I have my cost of goods as $10.38. That was probably like a day where I bought a bunch of shoes and just averaged them out because that's a random price. So anyways, yeah, they sold on Posh finally for $23 with discount shipping. So not even quite doubling my money, but that's okay. Okay, next up, I don't know how you say this brand. I think it's Verbenas or Verbenas. I'm not sure. Anyways, I got these at the bins. I just think this is a cute style of shoe. It sold on Poshmark for $14. I did check and it did not say discount shipping, so I don't know if that was my list price or what. But anyways, $14. Pretty happy with that. Let's do a padded flat rate. Next up, some Lucky Brand flats from the bin, sold for $14 with discount shipping on Posh. Do another padded flat rate. Next up, pair of Chacos. This is a men's Chaco. I did buy these at a normal thrift for $10.99. They sold on Posh for $29. Yeah, just $29 even. So these ones, I was gonna do a Regional A flat box. All right, next up, this was a fun sale just because it's super random. This is a Rubik's Cube, but like a little Christmas tree thing. So I did find this at the bins. It weighs like literally nothing. And it sold for $17 with discount shipping. Like when I bought it, I was like, oh, our kids can play with this or whatnot. But I had to look it up because I pretty much just have to look everything up because sometimes randomly it'll be worth like this $17 with discount shipping. I never would have guessed that. So I'm glad I listed it. And yeah, just because I don't want it to break or anything, I'm going to put it in one of these little foldy boxes since it's sold on Poshmark. Okay. Next up, pair of Nike slide sandals. These are men's. I got them from the bins. They sold for $21 with discount shipping on Poshmark. I believe I was gonna do another regional A flat. All right, next up, pair of Allegria, I think that's how you say it. Sandals, I got these from the bin. This brand used to perform super well, now it doesn't. So when someone offered $15, I was just happy to accept. Gonna do a medium flat rate. Next up, pair of Jack Rogers. These have taken a while to sell. I want to say over a year. I did pay $10.99 for them at a Goodwill. They finally sold for $28 with discount shipping on Poshmark. So maybe just about doubling my money, which is fine. I definitely would not pay $11 again. I'd pick them up at the bins. I'm gonna ship them in a padded flat rate. Next up is this little lip balm kit. Got it from the bins. I put it in the Once Upon a Child bin. They did not accept it, so I listed it. Sold on Posh for $15 with discount shipping, which I think is great. I'm gonna ship it out in one of these little regional A boxes. Next up, these little crop sandals. They are new at Tag. I actually bought a bunch of these on clearance for $5 a pair. This is the first one to sell though. It sold for $21 with discount shipping. I think I'm making right around $10 profit, which is great. If I sell them all for that, that would be awesome because I have a few different sizes, but essentially like just copying the title over a couple times. So I love multi-quantity listings. Next up is this Magnetic Me little sleeper. I did wash it. When I showed it in a bin haul, it had this stain here. It still does, even though I washed it. So stain did not come out. I listed it and disclosed that someone still offered $15, which I think is great. I picked this up at the bins. Gonna ship it out in a Tyvek mailer. Next up, pair of Sam Edelman sandals. These are from the bins. They sold on Posh for $24 with discount shipping. We'll do a padded flat rate. Next up, cut from the cloth. This is a pair of like little denim shorts. Got from the bin, sold for $24 with discount shipping. Do another Tyvek. This I thought was a fun sale just because it's, again, super random. This is the brand, it's like Sanrio but vintage. I'm not going to say the character's name because I'm not sure how you say it, but I actually bought this at a normal Goodwill. I believe it was like $2 or $3, but my son wanted it for a while and he did have it in his room. At some point he broke off the little plastic piece that allows you to put like your own lock on it. So it did have that at first, and if it still had that, it would have sold for even more, but even with that it's broken, it still sold in like one day of being listed for $31 with discount shipping. So awesome sale. Yeah, vintage Sanrio stuff can do really, really well, so I would definitely call it a bolo. Let's do this regional A box. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think about those Olakais. They could probably fit in here. Okay, oops, not that. need another something for these pants. So I'll be right back and I will tell you about them. Okay, I'm gonna put these in a mailing box. But what they are is a pair of North Face men's like snow pants. I got from the bins. These sold pretty quickly for $69.56 plus shipping. So awesome, awesome sale. These sold on eBay, but the buyer lives in Utah. So I believe the shipping was only like $6.91 for me to put them in a box. So versus like it was about 50-cent difference. I could have got it less for Ground Advantage, but then I would have had to use my own mailer, which is about that price. And Priority is a faster service, so I was like, yeah, I'll just do that. Perfect. This is 1 pound, 13 ounces. I don't remember if I put a thank you sticker on there, so I'm just gonna put one on the box too, just in case. Okay, I do have 2 other sales, although I forgot them in the basement, and they're both glass pieces, which are gonna take me a while to package up, so I will tell you about them, but I won't make you guys sit through me doing that on the camera, so Chris can just put up the screenshots. The first one is a Starbucks San Antonio like location mug that is from the bins. It sold on Posh for $11. And then this other one is actually pretty good. It's also from the bins. It's Pottery Barn, but it's like a 3-cup set, like just little coffee cups with a saucer, so 3 of each. That bundle sold for $52.16 plus shipping, which is great. And last but not least, I do have my breakdown for the weekend here. You guys saw me ship out 52 items for a gross sales amount of $1,321.18. The fees, this is all the platforms combined, came out to $228.02. My shipping costs for everything was $164.91. And then my cost of goods, this was me trying to overestimate how much I spent. I came up with $204, so that leaves me with a net profit of $724.25 for the weekend. So yeah, basically the last 3 weekends have been pretty similar. That's pretty typical for me. Now that we have the inventory at our home, I'm gonna try harder to not necessarily list more, but just be more efficient. And yeah, hopefully grow that number slightly as the weeks go on. So yeah, thank you guys all for being here. Thank you to the viewers who purchased from me. Thank you to any viewers who purchased and did not say anything. I know that's happens quite a bit. So if you've ever purchased from me, I appreciate it so much. Again, shipping hip codes in the description. We have join codes for like every platform that we sell on. In the description, we have a free reseller spreadsheet if you're new to reselling and need to just keep track of your numbers for tax purposes or just inventory purposes. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything at all, leave them in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. And other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.